Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And yeah, finally back. For those who regularly listen to my podcast, regularly watch my YouTube videos or whatever, I've been keeping a low profile because I've been in deep thought about the things I'm doing going forward with this podcast and everything else. And I've been working on stuff behind the scenes, mostly in deep thought, like how am I going to execute all of this stuff? So that's what's been going on. Just know more stuff is coming. I'm working on the general readings for June. So all of the signs, obviously we're going into Cancer season. So, or not June, July, excuse me. I'm working on the readings for July. Obviously we're going into Cancer season. So Cancer will get the birthday bonus. That will be that. Also, I will do the love readings. I will do the money readings as well over the coming weeks. So be on the lookout for those. I will do a new moon in Cancer reading. Technically, it's a new moon in Gemini, but there's a lot I could say about that. I'll save it for that reading itself. For this reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. It is for the collective. It is not for a specific sign. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. So I titled this, Have Patience, Your New Life is on the Way. Or your new life is coming. I don't know. It's going to be one of those. Let's start with the heart of the matter. We have three cards in the heart of the matter. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have job interview. So some of you are more than likely going on a job interview. I honestly feel some of you don't want to get like this job. The reason I'm saying that is because moonlighting came out in the heart of the matter too. Let me go ahead and read this. It says, you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon, your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So what this is saying is, you're doing your dream thing part-time for now. You have to work a regular job to still pay the bills. But the dream career that you're doing part-time will eventually become a full-time thing. I really want to focus on this Knight of Pentacles because it's very interesting. In this Knight of Pentacles, if you notice, for those who are not familiar with Knight of Pentacles cards, and this particular deck is the Gregory Scott Tarot deck. So some of these are different. We're going to talk about all of this. I'll try not to make it too long. But in this particular Knight of Pentacles deck, if you notice, there's the horse for the knight, but there's a demon on her side, and you see how she has money in her hand, and then the demon is dropping money on the side. This is usually not a traditional Knight of Pentacles type card. Because of that, because when I do readings, I go with the energy that I get, and then that's the deck I pick for the reading. Because this particular card came out, I feel like some of you are looking for fast money, is what you're looking for. I feel like some of you are debating, should I do X to get this money, or should I do, Y to get this money, or whatever. What should I do? Doing it one way might be questionable with this demon right here. Doing it the other way would be more, I guess you could say, more high ground, more morally right, depending on what you classify morals as, because everything is subjective. But some of you may be in deep thought about that, because I feel like somebody would prefer the fast money instead of something taking time. We have surrounding cards here. One of the cards that came out is ungrateful. Now, this could be you, where maybe you're not appreciating the things that you have or the things that you're receiving. Like this job interview, for instance. It's like you're taking the job, but you don't want the job, that might be classified as ungrateful. Or you've done something for someone and they are coming across as ungrateful. Maybe you've been helping someone out when really you didn't have it like that, but you decided to help anyway and they don't seem that appreciative. That could be it. Or someone could be helping you, or they have been helping you, and you haven't shown that much appreciation. But there's something involving ungrateful. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Another surrounding card is death in the reverse. This means that somebody is holding on to something. Someone doesn't want something to end. And I just heard holding on to their independence. That's what I just heard in my head, holding on to independence. So maybe somebody has something going on where they're kind of independent now. You know what? That makes sense. Let me go into the other card. The other card is have courage to ask for and accept help. Maybe that's what that's about. Because some of you may feel like if you accept help from someone or if you ask for help from someone, it affects your image of yourself when it comes to your independence. So I could feel like this is more representing ego. Someone doesn't want to let go of their ego. And again, doesn't have to be you. It could be someone else that you're dealing with. But someone doesn't want to let go of their ego and ask for help or receive help when somebody is offering it. And that can go back to the ungrateful as well, where somebody's offering help and you're like, no, don't want it. When really you actually need it or could use it. But you're like, no. Let me read the card. It says, asking for help is a sign of strength, as is acquiring it. Hold on. I need my light, because let me hold this up. Okay, there we go. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often, when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance, as well as give it to others as you are guided. So when it comes to asking for and receiving help, that is playing a role. I feel for some of you, the help, you might think it affects your independence. What's going on here is whatever you're going through, these are the trials and tribulations before the big thing happens. And I can tell you, based off of the other cards, something big is happening, because I'm about to explain soon enough. The 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles in this deck is very interesting. But first, let's get into some other stuff. So, another surrounding thing is child expense. Some of you may have children, or you may find out that you are pregnant, even though I'm not really getting that anyone is pregnant. I feel like somebody already has a child. And there may be something that costs extra money that maybe you weren't so prepared for, or maybe it's money consistently that you're having to pay out, and that is affecting the finances. So that could be something too. That also might be why somebody offers you help, because you may have a child and they're like, okay, this is the mother or father of a child. Let me help them out to make sure that everyone is good. Could be a family member making that offer. But what I'm telling you is that this is temporary, is what it is. Now, for the child expense, I feel like for some of you, if this is resonating, it is probably related to food. Now, the card that came out is clean energy food. So this is about doing organic foods, eating foods that are healthy for you, but also making sure if you have a child that the child is eating healthy. Now, one thing that did come to me, like when I was letting all of this marinate and stuff, the energy, is that I think somebody might consider, or they have been doing something with the formula, like baby formula, where they're, I guess, watering it down a little bit to try and save money. If that is resonating with you, if you've thought about it, or if you're doing it, I'm not a licensed medical doctor. I'm just a person reading tarot cards and energy. I don't recommend doing that. When there was an issue, and that issue still might be going on, where people were having trouble finding baby formula, because due to supply issues and everything else, that was one of the things that people were doing. And some babies actually got sick, because babies can become more malnourished faster than adults can. So if they're not receiving all of the formula as directed, then it can affect their health. So if you're considering doing it, or you have done it, you might want to rethink it. I recommend speaking with a doctor to get some thoughts. But yeah. Now, let me read this. It says, when you fuel your body with a beautiful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically, I need to sit up straight. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So this is saying that when you eat good, it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for you, and it's a win-win for your body. Also, it's a win-win for the people you interact with, because if it puts you in a higher vibration, you can carry that energy to other people. So keep that in mind as well. Some of you might be thinking about redoing your diet. All right. Now, also at the bottom of the deck, on one of these decks, was moving. So somebody might be relocating. Maybe you're doing it for the job interview that you're taking. Who knows? But moving is at the bottom of the deck, so keep that in mind. Someone might be relocating, or someone is just looking to move because they want to upgrade. And I'm not even mad at that. So, yeah. Let's get into this particular part. I found this very interesting. So, Seven of Pentacles, one of the surrounding cards. If you notice in this, for those of you who, if this is your first time watching a tarot reading or listening to a tarot reading, you wouldn't know. But for people who watch tarot readings regularly or listen to tarot readings regularly, you know the deal with me holding up this card. This looks like the Nine of Pentacles. It really, really does. It looks like the Nine of Pentacles. Usually Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It's about investing in things for stuff to grow. Usually with the Nine of Pentacles, is stating independence. It is stating this person already has everything they need. In this particular deck with the Seven of Pentacles, notice how all of this treasure is at the bottom. All, 1, 2, 3. 3 treasure chests at the bottom with gold. You see, actually, I think that's 4. Yeah, that's 4 because there's one right there. So these treasure chests are at the bottom. There's a crown right there. This is the Seven of Pentacles, not the Nine of Pentacles, but this is giving Nine of Pentacles energy. And this is what is saying that is possible if you invest correctly, if you make the right decisions. And it's also saying that something new is coming based off of your investment, something good. Now, let's go to the bottom of the deck. I think it was 7 cards from the bottom of the deck. The first card is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands are new. So Ace of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And with that, that is being passionate about something, just taking the leap and going for it, and having the momentum. This is like something that the universe gives you. This is momentum, is what this is. So after the Ace of Wands, you have the Hierophant, which is about commitment. It can also be about faith. It can be about being a leader, because the Hierophant is a spiritual leader. Some of you might be thinking about becoming a spiritual leader, or maybe you feel more close to spirituality during this period. Maybe you're reflecting on your spirituality. And also it deals with institutions as well. After the Hierophant, you have the Emperor. And with the Emperor, that is also structure and institutions. This is Aries and Capricorn energy. So for that, and some people say just Aries, but I view it as Capricorn too, because Capricorn is the father of the Zodiac, also ruled by the planet Saturn, which deals with structure, discipline, karma, and many other things. So yeah, it's that energy as well. But with the Emperor, this is a take charge type of energy. Now, this is the kicker. You have the Tower, shocking event, something happening. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is the difference. Let me show you these 2 cards. In this deck, it's a male. Usually it's a female for the Nine of Pentacles, but in this deck, it's a male. If you notice, both of them have treasure at the bottom. But if you see, her pentacles are still on the tree. They're growing. She has treasure, but her pentacles are growing. If you notice in his, all of his pentacles are on the ground. So this means he already has it. That's what I feel here. You're putting in the work. It's taking time. But this is the end result where the pentacles, you can harvest them. And there they are with the rest of the treasure. Right now, she has treasure, but she doesn't have her pentacles yet because they're still growing. She's still having to nurture them. But in this one, he has all of his pentacles. They're fully ripe, ready to go. All of this is his. That's the energy for you when it comes to that. And then after the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups, which is family, happiness, connection. I heard connection, connections. Some of you are about to build some very meaningful long-term connections is what you're about to do. I also feel that for some of you, whatever is going on, if family is coming in to assist, that may strengthen the connection. Also, going back to this, because again, with the Death card reversed and then giving up independence, I feel any type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Any type of thoughts about your independence being lost, I feel that will be temporary based on what's coming in afterwards. Meaning that after this storm, quote unquote, passes, or after this moment passes, it will be more harmonious and you will be independent again. And then after the 10 of Cups, you have the Star. So that is healing. That is recognition. That is elevation. That is guidance. That is a wish coming true. Also enlightenment as well, because it is Aquarius energy. So yeah. But what I'm saying is, just have patience. Your new life is coming. All right, so that is your message. And this was a money reading for the collective. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Until next time, everyone, be blessed.